Welcome to AI Marketing, a podcast for sales and marketing professionals that want to increase their sales, leads, and conversions through the use of artificial intelligence solutions. And now, here's your host, Mark Friedman.
Welcome back to the AI Marketing Podcast, the show where we break down AI trends, strategies, and innovations for the marketing. I'm your host, Mark Friedman, and today we're going to talk about LinkedIn's bold predictions for AI in 2025. We're going to look through this, and I'm going to give you my opinion, what I'm seeing, and I'm right in the midst of it, folks. So I should be able to tell you at least what I think in 2024, 2025. Yeah, it's going to be a year where AI moves from hype to hard-hitting results. We've already seen it in marketing, but we're really going to go much, much farther. So just stay tuned. And for me, I like to jump right into things. You're in business. I'm in business. Let's just get right to the facts. So their first prediction was the shift from hype to practical use cases. Of course, I agree with this. And there was a quote from Sridhar Ramaswamy of Snowflake. And it says, he said, AI is going to be pragmatic. The question isn't if companies should be using AI, but how. And businesses will double down on clear, measurable use cases like faster data insights and decision-making. And what does that mean for marketers and CEOs is kind of the question. And of course, goals matter. You just don't want to use AI for AI's sake. And we need to align AI with specific outcomes like operational efficiencies or customer satisfaction. And, I've said this all along, those who adopt thoughtfully and strategically will win. And those who don't are going to lose their edge. You're just going to fall behind. Imagine, back in the early 1900s where you were still pulling your wares to market with a horse and buggy. And then you've got trucks and airplanes and everything else. And you're competing in 1900 versus a logistics company in the year 2024, you're just going to lose, and you're going to lose big. And so that is what I liken to AI. AI is like that major leap, especially in marketing. I mean, the amount of content that you could write and you could even produce videos for, while not the best right now, dang good. And because everyone's got access to it, you have to learn how to use it even more creatively than before, because now you have tools to allow you to do that and the flexibility to do that. And if you're in marketing and you're listening to this and you haven't experimented with tools like Sora, which just came out, and of course ChatGPT and all the other programs that are out there, it seems like there's an AI use case for everything in marketing. You should be looking at that on a regular basis. We've done some episodes where we talk through some of those, so I encourage you to go back and listen to them. I mean, these are not long podcasts. They're roughly 10 minutes. Okay, so second prediction is that Nvidia's hardware monopoly, their AI hardware monopoly, is going to be broken. And so, let's face it, Nvidia has been the kingpin of AI hardware, but definitely some cracks are forming. Rivals like AMD and Intel and custom chips from Amazon and Microsoft are coming to take their crown. Adding startups like Cerebras and Etched, and of course, you've got some serious competition. And so for me, the key takeaway was, in that prediction, is as demand outpaces supply, 2025 will see more agile hardware optimized for specific AI workloads. Companies like I'm working with is Exhibits is at the forefront of that. So for tech marketers, just keep an eye on energy efficient solutions and new players making waves. This is what's important. There's going to be plenty of things that are coming out. You're going to want something that's more energy efficient just due to cost. And if you're a big environmentalist, that also comes into play, of course. Okay, third prediction, digital twins in the 4-day work week. This is a big one. They think it's going to happen in 2025. I will say it will definitely not. But this one's kind of personal. Imagine an AI-powered digital twin handling your email, scheduling, and follow-ups. I don't think so, but LinkedIn seems to. Eric Yuan, a Zoom CEO, predicts these AI assistants will slash our workloads, leaving us to focus on strategy and creativity. I do think that's a 3-year plan, but next year, come on, come on. So what's the big picture? We could be heading towards a 4-day work week for sure. Henry Ford gave us 40 hours. AI might cut that even further. Leaders, just think about what happens when your team is happier and more productive. For me, there's always going to be entrepreneurs that push that no matter what. Even if AI does reduce our workload to 4 days, you don't think there's going to be CEOs and managers and directors saying, just because you're getting your work done in 4 days, I want an extra day out of you because I want to keep up with the competition. Don't you think that's going to happen? I do. Comment if you think I'm wrong there. Okay. Fourth prediction. R2-D2 in our homes. This is kind of interesting, an old Star Wars reference. But robots are no longer sci-fi. Advances in AI models and cheaper hardware and sensors mean home robots are here. Specifically, companies like Agility Robotics, Tesla, and Figure are already building bots that clean, cook, and fold laundry. For marketers, this signals a huge potential. And by 2025, the prediction goes, AI-powered robotics could hit mass market adoption with over 100,000 units pre-ordered already. Remember, the companies who humanize these robots will dominate. This ain't happening in 2025, folks. Don't believe the hype. This might happen in the next 3 to 5 years. I love how these people that are predicting 1 year, they don't take into consideration logistics and the adoption curve. I think they're just looking at early adopters. Early adopters, I would agree. Maybe you hit a big number with early adopters. And I'm kind of I'd say, whatever the next phase is after early adopter. Right when the thing crosses the chasm is basically where I'm at. I want to see some of these things proven. I've been burned too many times as an early adopter. It was fun, but 90% of the time this stuff doesn't work out. Okay, prediction number 5, AI and inclusive workforces. AI isn't just about efficiency, it's about inclusion, is what LinkedIn says. Highlights how tools like voice recognition and predictive text empower disabled workers. Businesses adopting AI inclusively can see up to 30% higher profit margins. So if your hiring strategy doesn't include assistive AI, you're leaving talent and revenue on the table. So AI marketing leaders, this is your chance to align innovation with social impact. If social impact is big for you, you're going to want to take a close look at this prediction about how voice recognition, including more of that into your solution, and predictive text to empower disabled workers. I can think of plenty of businesses where that would be important. And I do agree that is going to happen in 2020. It's already happening now, let's face it. And if that's important to you and your company, that's fantastic. For marketing, you want to include that if your customers are largely disabled or you have a large group of disabled. Absolutely, because there's not a lot of resources for disabled people in terms of interacting with businesses or communicating. This is a big one. Okay, so if that's part of your customer base, you definitely want to jump on this trend. Okay, prediction number 6, fractional CAIOs are going to lead AI initiatives. AI talent is scarce. David Matheson estimates that there are only 700 true chief AI officers globally. So enter the chief AI officer, an on-demand executive who brings AI leadership without the full-time price tag. Very true. Every company should be looking at this. I do agree with it. Is it going to happen in 2025? Yeah, you'll see a few. It's still got to be budgeted and approved by businesses, and they got to by businesses, and they got to see the real value in it. Because currently, there's probably small groups of people that are using AI in marketing and other practices within the enterprise. Most of them, I believe, would probably be marketers, maybe engineers. So for small and mid-sized businesses, this could be a game changer, bringing in a chief AI officer. And the fractional AI officer, because they'll be cheaper, can help jumpstart these initiatives, scale fast and deliver ROI without many costly missteps. That is entirely true. And so if you're behind on AI strategy, now is the time to hire these fractional experts, especially in marketing. Make sure that your marketer understands how to scale and grow AI within your organization. It is a massive game changer, which is why we have this podcast. Okay, prediction number 7, AI systems engineers will be the hottest new job. Prompt engineering was big in 2024. It still is. It's not going away. But next year, LinkedIn predicts AI system engineers will become indispensable. Scott Bishuk explains why. As AI agents interact and collaborate across systems, complexity skyrockets. So true. So these engineers will ensure smooth workflows, clean data, and rapid troubleshooting when things break. So market leaders, this isn't that big for you, but you do want to start looking for talent with technical depth, MarTech, AI MarTech depth, that have this cross-enterprise vision. So yes, if you're marketing, you also want to include sales and service and customer support. And so the ability to align these all with precision and human creativity are critical. So yes, these AI system engineers are important. You probably can get one budgeted for your marketing team. It would make sense. And then you sell them by saying, hey, they're not just AI system engineers. These people will be helping sales, which is the lifeblood. What is it? It's marketing and innovation are the lifeblood of almost every organization on the planet. And if you can align those two together, it's not that difficult to sell to the CEO. And of course, your productivity is going to go way up and your sales should go up as a result. So let's go through these. I'd say about half of those, and I went through each of the 7, are actually going to happen in a big way in 2025. But while AI is moving fast, people's brains aren't. And the ability to push some of these initiatives through the organization are always slower than they should be. It doesn't matter how obvious it is. So AI isn't just changing the world. It will reshape how we work. Maybe not in 2025 to the extent that LinkedIn predicts. But one thing's for sure, robots are coming. And I'm going to do an episode on how robots, I believe, will impact marketing. It doesn't seem obvious from just saying it, but they certainly are going to, and I will show you how. So if you're a CEO, marketer, or just an innovator, ask yourself, are you ready to capitalize on AI's next chapter? If you're not, you should be looking at some sort of a chief marketing officer with AI experience, or like LinkedIn predicts, there will be these chief or fractional chief artificial intelligence officers that you could bring in across the enterprise and help the entire company get on board with AI, because it's happening. There's no question. Not just me, but just about everybody has staked their reputation that AI is going to change the organization for the better and for the long haul. So with that, I want to thank you for tuning into the AI Marketing Podcast, and please share, subscribe, send this to somebody that needs to hear it. How about that? Thank you, everyone.